What kind of adjustments have you had to make just as you've progressed from one level to the next, from high school to JUCO to college, and SEMO is a great program. Again, played in the regional high level D1 program. So, what have the adjustments been like for you?
So a big adjustment when I got to SEMO is I play with a lot of energy and I'm kind of like a super crazy guy. And so the biggest thing was slowing down. One thing you see when you get to a higher level is the catchers are more nonchalant and you want to act professional and you don't want to be kind of jumping around and moving really fast because it's just kind of out of control. So just being under control is the best thing for me was just slowing down. And then one thing with my receiving, my glove would, when I go down, it would bounce at the bottom. And so one thing my coach Sawyer's at SEMA worked on me with was just really getting down there and pausing. And there's a drill where I put a plyo ball under my armpit that we've done, and it makes me really let the ball get deep, pause, work through.
For sure, that's awesome. I think guys that have progressed to various levels, I think one of the sort of common denominators is the game speeds up, and so it's sort of on you to be able to slow the game back down and just simplify it and quiet your head, whatever it is, right? So that's huge. That's huge for sure. That drill you mentioned too, that's a solid drill. We'll throw a video of that on here for you guys. But yeah, putting a weighted ball or some kind of ball underneath your armpit, letting that ball get deep. I know we talk a lot about patience and trust and being able to sit still with your glove in that loaded position while waiting for this ball to come to you. That's sort of the unlock for everyone, like getting to that point where you can be comfortable in that position. So for you, that drill helped you out. And then obviously the benefits of that in game are huge. So that's awesome. Okay, so I think maybe you kind of answered this already, but what was the most difficult thing for you catching wise to learn or really get good at over your career?
So the biggest thing for me is catching every ball. It was like every single game, every single scrimmage, whether it was someone on base or not, there was always one ball that would get by me. Like if it was a wild pitch or a strike, there was always one ball that would just tip my glove. And like the biggest thing was focus. How can you stay focused the whole time? And like it's tough because sometimes the pitcher is going to throw a wild pitch that you try to get to, but you don't have a lot of pocket control when you're diving over to the side this way or that way. But at SEMO, I really zoned in on catching every single ball. And it's tough. Like me at my new school with all these young catchers, like it's tough to catch every single pitch. But just really focusing, bullpens, machine, just really working hard. Having that pocket awareness, the pocket presence is big, and just focusing, which is tough because you got to catch 9 innings, catch like over 150 pitches.
No, that's a great point. I think for us as catchers, it's really fun to especially in practice environments, like focus on our move, perfecting our move on on a machine. It's dialed every single time. We know what it's gonna do, but in game that isn't always the case. Obviously, we catch some guys that wild location wise, or even sometimes we got 90 plus and balls are cutting, sinking. We don't know what's gonna do. So in those environments, like being able to still find pockets is it's hard, but it has to happen. You got to figure it out, right? So I think that's important to note for young guys, like be able to differentiate, when I can get my move off like I want to, and when I can, have to be adjustable and figure things out, just get my pocket to the ball, right? Both of those things got to be an aspect of your training if you want to catch at a high level for sure. And I think we wish every pitcher, hit every spot and threw what we wanted them to throw all the time, but I think we all know that's not always the reality. So we have to be prepared for that. And that was definitely, I think, for me too, like getting to college, like standard raises so much. And you gotta catch every single ball, like no matter what. Like it's always on you, even when it's not. Like even wild pitches you're expected to catch them. So great, thanks for sharing that for sure.